Dear students, today I'll be going to talk on library automation using information and communication technology, and one of its component is library acquisition. So let us start with the objectives. The module intends to impart knowledge of the following aspects of the library acquisition system: to understand the basics of library automation and library acquisition system, to understand the purpose of automated acquisition system as well as the workflow of library acquisition system, to understand the management reporting system and its implication on library acquisition system. We will also cover the master database and ebooks management system as well as pattern driven acquisition system. Let us start with the introduction. Libraries are user-centric institutions that focus on user satisfaction. Information and communication technology has brought significant changes in the library services given by the libraries. An automated acquisition system is generally referred to as ordering system, wherein various steps involved in traditional acquisition process are automated. Acquisition is the process for developing library collection by selecting, ordering, and receiving documents. It is also called as a process of collecting book and non-book materials by different modes such as purchase, exchange, and gratis. It is a core process which is followed to enhance libraries collection. It is also referred to as a department in the library which is responsible for selecting, ordering, and receiving new materials and for maintaining accurate records. Acquisition is a set of interrelated activities involved in building and maintaining a collection of library resources to serve the needs of its users. Acquisition is treated as core component of collection development in libraries. The process of acquiring document includes evaluation of existing collection and taking proper decisions about usefulness of the document over a period of time. There are numerous challenges, trends, and paradigm shifts occurring in acquisition management in libraries. Incessant development in ICT, information clog-up, paradigm shift in scholarly content, degradation of funds, fiscal constraints are the major factors influencing the process of acquisition. The module covers brief information about an automated acquisition system, workflow in an automated acquisition system, ordering system, e-book procuring system, master database such as vendors, budget, currency, types of document, authority files, etc. Let us try to understand why automated acquisition system is required. The basic purpose of the automated system is to have effective and efficient control over requests, approvals, purchase orders, and budget management. To record and maintain bibliographic and administrative information of acquisition data, to provide accurate information about funds committed and requirements, to provide necessary management information reports as and when required, to reduce manpower, time-consuming work, repetitive jobs involved in manual acquisition library acquisition system, and to have an efficient and effective control over receipt of individual document from a purchase order, reminder for outstanding documents, etc. Let us try to understand component of automated acquisition system. Automated acquisition system consists of master database, acquisition process, and reports. Master database is a set of tasks carried out for machinating the whole acquisition process. To avoid frequent inputting of data in the acquisition process, The detail related to authority files, vendors, budget, currency, type of document, etc. are stored in the master database. Following are some of the major master databases which are essentially and prerequisites for any automated acquisition system. Authority files. There are three types of authority files, that is author, publisher and subject. In these files, necessary details such as name of the author, date associated with the name of the author, names of the publishers, place of publishers, controlled vocabulary, subject keywords, etc. are stored. Authority file allows library professionals to create and manage error-free and unique database of authors, publishers, and keywords. Budget Master. Budget Master is an important master database that stores information of the finances required to perform the financial transactions while acquiring the materials such as sources of income, expenditure, allocation, etc. There are a number of sources from where the budget may be allotted. Such details are stored in the database. It allows all the budgetary functions required for maintaining proper accounts of the acquisition system. It also enables users to create income and expenditure heads, various subheads, and allocation of funds. It facilitates transferring of funds from one expenditure head to another head depending upon requirement. Vendors Master Database. Vendors are one of the most important partner in the process of document acquisition as suppliers of books, periodicals, CDs, non-book materials, etc. The details of vendors are stored in a master database to avoid repetitive tasks. The master database of vendor facilitates generation of unique code for each and every vendor and stores all the information such as communication address, email ID, phone number, contact person, area of specialization in which they are prompt in delivery of materials, etc. At the time of placing order or an inquiry, the system fetches all relevant details from master database. Currency Master. Currency Master database contains currency description, codes and prevailing exchange rates of foreign currencies in terms of Indian rupees. The conversion is calculated automatically based on data entered in the master database. Conversion rates or exchange rates can be uploaded and updated on the basis of GSE rates or bank rates in the master file, and it is reflected at the time of processing an invoice. Correspondence Master. The master database of correspondence stores all type of formats or letters required for day-to-day library operations such as purchase order, cancellation order, reminder of order, and claim for outstanding materials. This master database follows user to store all type of terms and conditions formulated by the library in the form of letters. Type of documents. The library procures different type of materials and documents such as books, monographs, e-books, composite books, CD-ROM, conference proceedings, braille, etc. The master file stores all types of document in the database. When a user selects particular type of document, it fetches other details from the master database. Process of an automated acquisition system. This is the second component of the master database. Document, whenever is requested, it has to be checked through a whole process that is shown in this slide. First, users have to get the request, or library users may request Then library professionals have to check for pre-order checking. Once the pre-order checking is over, library professionals have to obtain the approval for placing an order. Once that book or document is approved, we have to prepare and mail the order. As and when the document is supplied, we have to receive the material. Once that's received in the library, we have to verify with the actual information available on the book. Then we have to process the invoice and accession the document. Next comes on the payment details. We have to store all payment related information. If the order is not supplied whole, then you have to send reminder for unsupplied documents. If the whole order is not supplied within a stipulated time, then we have to send cancellation of outstanding items. This is the whole process of an automated acquisition system that has to be followed in all integrated library management system. Let us try to understand in detail document request. Building library collection requires active participation of its stakeholders. Users are expected to recommend important documents useful to them. The documents are usually selected by the library based on the request from the users from the tools such as bibliographies, publisher's catalog, publisher's interface, book reviews, newspaper clippings, emails from authors, self-recommendation, information from the supplier, etc. Generally, documents selection process is being done by the library staff in consultation with experts in the field. Most of the automated acquisition system provides for a request from either in acquisition or in OPEC module. Second is pre-order or duplicate checking. Once a request for a document is received, the same is checked for duplication. An automated acquisition system provides search interface to check whether recommended or requested book is available in the library's collection or not. It also facilitates the searching by various fields such as title, author, publisher, ISBN, etc. An automated system also provides Boolean search facility, allowing users to combine search terms. This step is followed in an automated acquisition system to ensure availability of book in the library. If the book is already available in the library's collection, then it is marked as duplicate and it is not ordered unless multiple copies are required for a given book. One has to be carefully while searching in this system because slight variation in the word may result in duplication. As such, it is advisable to check for duplicate by multiple approaches, that is by author or by editor or by title or by series and ISBN too. Another is obtaining approval. As in the case of traditional library system, the libraries are supposed to take approval from competent authority for acquisition of documents before placing a purchase order. The same process is followed in the automated acquisition system. The library prepares list of books which are to be ordered with necessary details and send it to the competent authority. Once the item or items are approved or unapproved, the list comes back to the library and the same is updated in the automated acquisition system, and the status of specific item is updated by the system accordingly. Some of the automated system also provides log in interface for competent authority to approve this title. All the approved titles are then ready for ordering. Next is preparing and mailing orders. Once the documents are approved by the competent authority, these documents are ordered with specific vendors or suppliers depending upon their efficiency in supplying books or published by various publishers. Automated acquisition system allows user to create new order for each vendor. As soon as the order is created, the system loads all the approved titles, and as per the ordering criteria, vendors are picked up and books are selected and included in the specific purchase order. The moment it is added in the purchase order, the status of the book changed from under process to ordered, and it will not appear in the list of books under processing. The automated system provides facility to directly send purchase order over email by clicking on send email option. Next is receiving documents. As and when a document is received by the library, it is entered in the system. The automated acquisition system provides facility to open specific order and receive the documents from the order. If vendor supplies more than one document, then one by one all the documents in an order can be received. As soon as the document is received under particular order, the status of the document is changed from ordered to received. Once the document is received, the status and the system assigns accession number and the process of the invoice. Verification and modification of actual bibliographic information. Before accessioning a book, it is advisable to verify the actual bibliographic information entered in the system. There may be slight variation in title, subtitle, place of publication, year, and physical description. The automated acquisition system allows making necessary changes in bibliographic details as well as administrative details before processing it for accessioning and invoicing. The next is processing, invoice, and accessioning of documents. As soon as the verification and modification of bibliographic information as well as administrative details is over, the item is further processed for invoicing and accessioning. The acquisition module facilitates processing of a new invoice and allows entering administrative details such as invoice number, invoice date, order number, discount, total invoice value, etc. The system fetches administrative information from master database such as exchange rate, order details, vendor details, etc. Once the invoice details are entered in the system, acquisition staff is allowed to assign accession number to those documents which are received under a given order. As soon as the accession number is assigned, the system automatically calculates the amount after deducting discount, if any. After accessioning of the book listed in the invoice, the system matches the invoice value and calculates value. If the value matches, then it displays that the invoice process is completed. Otherwise, an alert message that is incomplete invoice is displayed. The moment book is accessioned, the status in the system changes from received to accessioned and sent for technical processing. The next step is payment details. Once the book is accessioned, the system enables payment approval process and generates the payment number against particular invoice number. Now the invoice is sent to the payment to the concerned department for releasing the payment. As soon as the payment is released, the system allows storing payment details such as check number, check date, bank and branch name, as well as amount of the check. Next step is reminder for outstanding documents. As stated above, the process of acquisition consists of set of tasks performed till the time document is received, actioned, and sent for cataloging. An automated acquisition system provides lead time facility that can be used for generating reminders for outstanding titles for various orders. Usually, this is done on the expiry of normal delivery time as mentioned in the terms and conditions of supply. For example, if an item is ordered on March 1st with a normal delivery time of 6 weeks, and if it is not supplied or received by April 16, the system treats the item as outstanding and generates reminder notice for that item and also sends automatic reminder to the vendor over email. Next is cancellation of outstanding orders. After reminder to the vendor, if the book is not supplied within grace period, then the system treats the item as cancelled from the order and the automatic intimation to this effect is sent to the vendor. The library places order for cancelled item to an alternative vendor. Serials acquisition process. Automated acquisition process for serials publication is slightly different than books. In case of books, the order is placed and supplier sends a book along with an invoice. Whereas in case of serials, advance payment has to be made and the issues of individual journals are delivered as and when they are published. Ideally, there are 4 steps involved in automated serial acquisition system. These steps are request or selection, ordering, payment, and recording or binding. Each step has several operations and procedures. Request and selection. Library normally receives requests from the users for acquiring new serials publications. Serial acquisition work consists of a number of activities that tend to be repetitive. The request could be placed from OPEC as well as by filling up a necessary form. Request is nothing but a simple form in which requester has to provide basic information about the serial publications. Once the request is received, the library may display sample copy of some of the loose issues for recommendation from the other users too. After this, requested title is sent for approval of the authority. The system allows competent authority to approve titles one by one or all the titles at a time using their user ID and password. Similarly, library staff can also perform this task using their user ID and password. Next is ordering. Once the title is approved by the consent authority, formal purchase order is prepared addressed to the different vendors. If any journal is already subscribed during last year, then the renewal order can be placed with the same vendor, and in case of change in vendor for any title, firm order can be prepared in the name of new vendor. An automated serial acquisition system provides sending order through email. It also provides facility to download order copy in different formats such as MS Word, PDF, MS Excel, etc. Payment. As soon as purchase order or renewal order is placed, the vendor forwards payment on behalf of the library and raises an invoice along with necessary documents. These documents include remittance advice, photocopy of DD or check or wire transfer, bank exchange rate, original price proof, etc. All these documents are verified by the library staff, and if they are in proper order, the invoice is passed for payment. Most important difference between book acquisition and serial acquisition is advance payment. The acquisition modules facilitates processing of a new invoice and allows entering administrative details such as invoice number, invoice date, order number, discount, total invoice value, etc. The system fetches other administrative information from master database such as exchange rate, order details, vendor details, etc. The last step in the acquisition of serial is recording and binding. After placing an order for serial, the serial publication are supplied to the library as per their frequency, and the same is recorded in the system. The system generates a control number for each loose issue, which is useful to check out the loose issues for the journal to the users. If the serial is not supplied on time or in between the lead time, then the reminder is to send the publishers or suppliers with subscription number and payment details. Else, one can also send consolidated list of outstanding issues. When the set of volumes is completed, it is sent for binding, and after binding, it is added to the collection of the back volumes by assigning accession number. Next is reports. Any serial acquisition process will not have value if it is not providing various management reporting system. A well-designed acquisition system provides for a variety of reports required for day-to-day as well as occasional work. The reports are used to frame the policy for the library system. The automated acquisition system provides statistical as well as management reports. Following are some of the major reports. First, an automated acquisition system facilitates library staff to generate various reports such as list of requested items, approval letters, order reports. It could be a purchase order, it could be a reminder letter, accession register, invoice related reports, etc. It also allows generating barcode label, financial statement, vendor wise supply status, vendor wise outstanding books or serials, order wise supplied and outstanding items, reminder notice for outstanding items, etc. The system enables to generate reports by budget head, department, supplier or publisher, title wise, payment status, payment details, and all correspondence letters to the accounts and vendors, etc. Now we'll be trying to understand what is the pattern driven acquisition system. Now let us understand why this pattern driven acquisition system is required. Actually, the pattern driven acquisition system is used for procuring e-books. A pattern driven acquisition system is a model developed to enhance the collection of the library in terms of e-books. The main concept of this model is to purchase the e-books and as and when it is required by the patron of the library. Generally, libraries provide a list of e-books to the patron or an access to the search interface provided by the publisher through their website or through library OPEC from which the patron can access the items. When the use of ebook or ebooks made accessible to users, and if it is reaches to a specific threshold, or in terms of number of downloads of a chapter or a number of pages are viewed, the book is considered as purchased. The library may require the resource permanently or acquire a license to use the resource only at certain times or in the certain ways. PDA is a possible solution to the unsustainable rise in the cost of acquiring books. Pattern driven acquisition is an ideal way to increase access to vast number of titles of the patron's choice and purchase it if it is used by the patron of the library. When the patron refers to an ebook for certain times, the system allows patron to trigger the purchase. There are two ways to provide electronic access to the patron. One is publisher's search interface. The publisher provides list of titles available in their collection on specific subject to the library. The library identifies the titles in consultation with experts of the subject domain and asks for the electronic access to the selected titles. Once the list goes back to the publisher, they provide search interface to all the selected titles with online access. Second is library catalog or OPEC. Similarly, the publisher are providing free bibliographic records of all the titles published by them in widely accepted formats such as Mark 21, Mark XML, or CCF. Once the records are in Mark or CCF format, this can be imported in the automated acquisition system. As soon as it is imported in the system, immediately it can be searched through OPEC. This is the process of acquiring or purchasing ebooks through PDA model. Let us try to understand in depth. Identify collection. Publisher provides list of titles published by them in specific subject domain. Selection of titles is made based on proximity of the book content with area of patron's interest. The selection of titles may be from different publisher as well as subjects too. Second is search interface. Once the collection is identified, the publisher provides full text access to the titles which are selected. As mentioned above, selected titles can also be searched through OPEC. The system allows access to the bunch of collections from which patron can search, discover, or browse various collections through search interface. Third is purchase on demand. As soon as the title are identified and loaded onto a searchable interface, full text of these can be made accessible to the patrons. The criteria for triggering purchase need to be fixed with publishers. Download an ebook by the patron, view an ebook for more than 10 times or 10 minutes, view more than 10 pages of ebook, and print or copies and paste portion of an ebook are some of the major criteria for procuring ebooks. An automatic purchase is triggered when a patron accesses the book. If any of the above criteria is fulfilled, the system can also provide approval facility to restrict automated purchase, and the library can keep eyes on the usage behavior of the pattern. Based on the pattern's interest, a profile can be set for a single title as well as multiple titles, and if it is approved by the consent authority, then only the books are purchased. Summary: acquisition system manages the process of placing order for documents as well as receiving, tracking, and financial transactions. The module elaborates basic of automatic acquisition system, its components, process of document procurement, etc. It also provides brief information on purpose of automated acquisition system, major functions of automated library acquisition system, and general flow of work followed by almost all library automation system for acquiring documents. The module also covers brief information on various types of reports. It provides concise information about the pattern-driven acquisition system for e-books acquisition. Thanks for your patience.